Hello to all Star Wars fans. You met our last video about the cutscenes of Palpatine and Windu's duel very warmly. We noticed this from the views, ratings and comments. Thank you all very much. We decided to continue telling you about the cutscenes of Revenge of the Sith. To be more specific, we will talk about those scenes that were greatly shortened or changed before getting into the final version of the third episode. Today, one of the most important and frightening scenes is on the line for discussion. The elimination of the separatist leaders on Mustafar by the hand and lightsaber of fallen Anakin. What we saw in Revenge of the Sith is a very shortened and modified version of this scene. Initially, it was supposed to have much more screen time, and Anakin killed some separatists with special cruelty, which had to be cut out later. Now we will tell you and show you everything we've got. But for now, subscribe to the channel. This is the best support for us. Many thanks to everyone who responds. So, as soon as the fallen Anakin enters the room where the separatist leaders are gathered, he immediately begins to close the doors after the welcoming words of Newt Gunray. Then we're shown how Obi-Wan and Yoda are fighting off clones near the Jedi Temple, but in the early version of the film, the scenes on Mustafar was supposed to continue, and the first thing Anakin did was light up his saber and begin to fight with the guards standing at the entrance, while the separatist leaders begin to rush around the room in a panic. In addition, the scene itself had to go on continuously and would become a real horror from which the heart would shrink, since the murder of the separatists would be shown as scary as possible. As soon as Anakin chopped down the guards, he quickly headed to Sand Hill, the leader of the banking clan. It was he who became the first victim of his patron's disciple. At this time, Newt Gunray and his assistant, Rune Hako, hide under the table in the next room, which once again demonstrates their cowardness. As soon as Anakin has dealt with everyone in the first room, he heads to the second, where in addition to the just named leaders, Wat Tambor, Poo Noodle and Shumai were hiding. We were shown this in the movie when Skywalker does not look at the droid's shot and turns around angrily. There, you see? Wat Tambor looks out from behind the table, while Newt Gunray and Rune Hako are hiding under him. However, after some time, Hako runs out from under the table and is immediately overtaken by Anakin, who kills him in the same room. This moment was later reshot, and in the final version, Hako died along with the rest of the leaders in the first room. Moreover, he was even given a couple of seconds of attention and shown how he begs for mercy. But pay attention to exactly how he died. He appeared right in the middle of the screen with his back to the viewer. We did not see the moment of the cut with the lightsaber, nor did we see a clear fall to the floor, because that was added later during the montage of the movie. In fact, at that exact moment, Anakin just reflected the droid's blaster, but didn't cut Hako down. Much later, as Anakin and Obi-Wan were fighting in the very room where Gunray and Hako were hiding under the table, Hako's corpse can be seen nearby, which corresponds to the early version of the scene, although in the final version, he died in another room. Funny blooper. Then the fallen Anakin brutally beheads Poo Noodle, does the same with Shumai, and grabs Wat Tambor by the throat, who begins to beg for mercy. Here, even the frame of this scene has been preserved. You can look at everything yourself. Anakin brutally impales Tambor with a lightsaber, and after that, Newt Gunray runs out from his cover and rushes to the first room as fast as he can, while Anakin is surrounded by droidicars. They open fire, and after it ends, Anakin is nowhere to be seen. Gunray considers him dead, but suddenly Anakin jumps out of hiding and deals with the droidicars, and then jumps over Gunray. This scene, which was cut, explains the surprise on Gunray's face at the time of his death. He considered Skywalker dead, and by the way, Gunray's death itself was also shown differently, since it was originally planned that Anakin would blow his head off with a lightsaber. There is even a concept art of this moment, but due to age restrictions, this idea was abandoned. Actually, that's how many interesting things were cut out. As a result, they showed us quite a bit, but I think Lucas did it specifically to reduce the timing. Besides, the atmosphere and horror of the scene were so perfectly conveyed in the film, especially with the music, which is good. Write in the comments how you like it, and whether you think Lucas did the right thing to shorten the destruction of the separatists or not. That's it for today. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, otherwise there'll be more people watching without a subscription than with a subscription. We always try to make the most interesting and high quality videos for you. I'm saying goodbye to you for a while. Thank you all for watching. See you again.